Okay, folks, my smartphone camera stopped at some point. I'm not even sure when, but I got another camera that's got like over an hour and a half of video time. So I'm coming back to where I left off doing what I was doing. Was here's the pipe, and I got it upright, and I have this over top of it to keep it the critter from climbing out the top. And I've got a bag that I'm going to put underneath the bottom. I'm going to try and chase the critter out into this bag and zip it shut, and then depending on what kind of critter it is, take it for a ride and let it go, or just let it go in the woods. We'll see. And put this camera where it can maybe just show us what's going on here. Okay, here we go. Gonna give this a shot. I still think the critter is in there. I'm trying to carefully slip this underneath the bottom of the tube. At least I didn't get hit in the head. It's quite a comedy here. I still hear some sounds in there, like some creature's claws trying to hang on. What else I could stick up there? Anything handy? What is this? Well, look at that. Kind of a birdhouse. Might make a good home for the critter. Would it fit over the top? Nope. Sneaked me that time. This was, until yesterday, a bag of brand new massage table sheets. Now, I'm going to chase it out of the tube and into the bag. Like some sort of cross piece in there at some point. A piece of metal that goes across. So get to that. And I know I'm getting closer to getting this critter out the other end. Okay. This is something. Lift this up a little bit. There it is. It's a chipmunk. That was one of the possibilities. Looks fairly unharmed. Okay. Are you the guy that keeps going into our chicken coop and eating the leftover feed? Well, I'd probably do the same thing if I was hungry. I'm going to let you go, but it's a little bit of show and tell here first. So just relax if you can. I know it's probably a very scary adventure. And probably try and chew your way out. maybe laying this on its side would be better thing to do. But don't run back into the tube. Gotta keep that from happening. Let's see what we can do here. Close the gap here. Okay. The worst is over. The life of a chipmunk. Trying to survive in the woods. Come hang around with people, weird things can happen. So, there we are, folks. Star of the day. Say hi, everybody. Cute little bugger. I love chipmunks. But I really haven't seen them around much. It's probably because we have dogs here and cats, and that they can keep a low profile. Okay. So now I'm going to go show this to the other person here. And I'll show it to the dogs. We'll see how they respond. And then we'll decide what to do with the little critter. Should we feed you something and then let you go? I'll get in the shade. I'll make sure this camera's still running. Hopefully I have it properly turned on. The bright sunlight, it's hard to tell. Let me put it down. Need to put a different pair of glasses on. That's one bad thing about these touch screens. Yep, it's still rolling. Here we go. Getting a free ride. Hope you're not too scared. Probably are. But I'm keeping you from getting eaten up by the dogs, if they would. Look it. See? Got it. Told you I would catch it. Yeah. What do you think, Candy? Not too much. There it is. I caught the animal. You see it? I don't think she saw it. You're not in trouble. No. Did a visit into the house. Hey, Marie? Marie, are you in the sunroom? No. No. Marie!
What?
I have the camera rolling and I've got it.
What is it?
Chipmunk.
Aww, you poor little guy.
So now, to put it in the woods around here somewhere, or
Yeah.
take it for a ride, you know. Where would you like me to release the little fellow or fellas?
Somewhere where they won't look for him.
Yeah, I mean, I've shown them. I don't think they even grasped what was in it. I think Candy could see it, but she just still look at the bag. She can't see very well anyway. She's got eye problems. Okay, so I'm gonna take and let it go.
What a cutie.
How about over towards the cut that goes down the lower garden?
Yeah.
Because that's pretty wooded for it to go running high. Okay, folks.
Gotcha. I gotta put the gate up all the time now.
Maybe people.
Learn how to get into the living room.
Maybe if people have seen the movie Free Willy, well, this is a little bit different.
Free the chip.
But we didn't steal the script from the movie. There's no connection. So don't try and sue me because it ain't gonna work. This is a reality show. Is your name Chip? Are you a male or female? Can we tell from underneath? So we'll take you for a little walk and let you go. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying, but probably not. You may have figured out though that I'm not trying to harm you. Let's see if there's any pears on the ground here, which is what I initially came outside to do. Let's collect pears. There's one that looks kind of half rotten. And, take my extra pair of glasses off so I can see better. Here's a few more pears. And this is the oldest pear tree, which was on the property when purchased. And some nice looking pears. We don't really know what species it is, but it produces well. Even when it doesn't look as well as it used to. This has definitely got more pears than any other pear tree that were planted. And it has offspring because these pears will fall down on the slope, roll down the hill, and take seed and grow. And there's one of the trees over here covered in a lot of wild grape leaves, which I cut at the bottom so that's died back. And there were some pears on it. I don't know if there's any more. Probably not. I think they've all fallen off. Here's a tree that was planted and did produce, and I think all its pears have fallen off. Here's a couple more. See, the key to spotting a pear tree is they have the limbs that point upward at quite an angle. That's one of the key things. So here's another pear tree it's over here. I don't recall if this one produced anything yet. Trying to dig its way out. But I'm going to go back this way instead of going down the other road to the valley. I may edit out some of these boring parts. There's a lot of walnuts. Trees on the property. The most prolific tree around here, it seems. I've read they're the very, very hardy tree. And sometimes it's used as rootstock for producing other nut trees to sell. Okay. So there's a trail that runs down to the lower level of this valley, down below, where we have a garden, besides the one we have up here. So it's the upper and lower gardens. There you can see part of the upper. So I'm going to take it down here, and then I'll check to see if there's any pawpaws. There were 2 or 3 left on the tree last time I looked, which was a few days ago, and they seemed like they had a long ways to go before they were ripe. But some animal may have come and taken them and eaten them, even though they weren't ripe, because, they got to eat. Could be bears, raccoons, opossums, deer. I've seen deer a number of times lately on the property here, and there's plenty of them back in the woods. But something is chewing on a lot of the pears that fall down, and I think it's mostly deer. Okay. I think I'll let it go on the grass since the dogs aren't down here. And that way we can see it, what it does, instead of just disappearing into the brush. Might as well go to the pawpaw tree. Maybe it'll climb up the pawpaw tree. And you'll see I mentioned pawpaws earlier, like I saw a tree that could possibly be a wild one, because they do grow wild. Here's one that died that was planted, and it got either diseased but there's ants that tunneled into there. But Marie thinks that the people that do the lawn care had damaged, she knows they damaged the bark on it, and she thinks that that's allowed what did happen to it to happen by damaging the bark. There were a few pawpaws on it, and I would check on them, and eventually something came and took them. You know, even though the tree was dead, they may have ripened up a little bit. So let's see. These pawpaws that were here were low-hanging, easy to get to. Are they still here, or are they gone? So far it looks like they're gone. They're kind of hard to see because they're about the same color as the leaves. But, yeah, looks like some critter came and got them. They were right down in here. Don't see them now. They're definitely not sitting on the ground. Maybe the critter took it back to its little personal kitchen and just letting it ripen up there. Okay. So I'm going to let this little guy go. Guy or gal. The chickie monk. We'll see if it runs up my leg or runs for the tree. Position the camera. Hope that's in view. Just open it a little bit and let it find its way out. So, right here, it should find its way out. There you go. There it goes. You can climb a pawpaw tree. You're free to go. Be careful when you're coming around where the dogs are. You actually look like maybe a teenage equivalent of a human. Was running off, back and forth, through the grass. Doesn't really know where it's at exactly. It's coming back this way. Now it finally just went into the taller plants there. Bye! Nice knowing you. So, we'll just look up at the pawpaw tree and say goodbye for now, folks.